Hello Taurus, I'm Tamara and I'm going to do your bi-weekly reading for November, last 2 weeks of November 2017. It's from 15th to 30th of November 2017. And this reading is for Taurus, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon and Taurus Rising sign. I hope it resonates with you. If it doesn't, please watch your moon sign or your rising sign. For this reading I'm using the Morgan Greer tarot deck, and I'm going to draw a couple of clarifiers from the Wild Unknown tarot deck by Kim Krans. I'll just shuffle and just concentrate. Okay, let's see what we have for you, dear Taurus, for the last 2 weeks of November. It's a new future, present and recent past. And the first card we have for you is the Knight of Swords, the Temperance, and the King of Rods, King of Wands. And the Spirit's message for you is Nine of Pentacles. And then we have Six of Swords, Seven of Wands, and Five of Cups. And the Spirit's message for you is the King of Cups. We have the Fool card in the near future. We have a Four of Pentacles. We have the Hierophant. And the Spirit's message for you is Queen of Pentacles. Alright, let's see what we have here. The first card which comes for you is the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is they all talk about movement. All the knights talk about movement forward. This one is one of the fastest moving knights. So whatever you're doing at the moment, it's a recent past, whatever was happening with you, it was happening quite in a fast sort of motion. This card is also talking, if you see the sword with the with the red on it, looking like a blood, is telling me about using that sword. Sometimes we're a little bit too sharp-tongued. We cut things without thinking. We talk before we think. As I said, it's sometimes it's a sharp energy, talking before thinking, actually, sometimes. Not very sort of pleasant sort of situation, sort of fighting with someone. It's all sort of arguments. Being argumentative. And the next card next to it is for you to be patient, having that one as the, in your just recent past. This one tells you that you need to be patient, everything needs to be in moderation, and having that sort of energy over there, a lot of arguments and everything else, that you need to sort of keep peace. If you notice, it's the figure over there on the card is like an angel with the halo on it, that sometimes we do need to have that patience, that angelic feeling, and, be a bit more temperate, the card of temperance, and sort of keep things in a balance. If you notice, he just pours water from one cup to another, and keeping things in a balance, being moderate if you're spending or eating, drinking, keep everything in moderation, and keep everything in balance. Especially when you talk about other people, make sure you are patient and not charging forward. If you notice, there's even like a fire in this picture. That fire is inside of you. burning and you're trying to get it out. And sometimes this fire could be dangerous, and you can bring words which can hurt other people. And you know, it's the knights are not sort of mature energy. Knights are young individuals, and they haven't got this maturity of the King of Swords, where he is very intellectual, so they can be that sort of sharp-tongued, you know, quite often. And that's why the message comes to you to be patient and have things in moderation and in balance. And then we see the King of Rods, which is King of Wands. It's again, it's a fire energy. It's Leo area, so Sagittarius person could be significant for you this month. This person is very passionate, very sort of creative. He could be very artistic as well. Very entrepreneurial. They're actually someone who can earn money on their sort of this being artisticity, sort of being selling their pictures, being very good at painting and selling those pictures, paintings, maybe, you know, being singing and working in a theatre, or, you know, looking after the theatre or something like this. But this card is talks about someone who is, as I said, Leo, Aries or Sagittarius. This person could be very significant for you in this recent past, just before, you know, those 2 weeks of November. And the card for you, the Spirit's message, is a Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is a very nice card in a way. It's a card of stability, card of financial stability. But at the same time, being on your own, it's this person is single. It's a single person, either divorced or, you know, but you know, maybe someone who's got a very good settlement. This person is quite happy with what he's got, or just a single person, but you sort of maybe by choice you're single. You can find a partner at this stage, but you are sort of financially, you're very secure. You wear nice clothes, you wear nice jewelries, you've got very nice environment where you're living, where you're having holidays. But it's a card of financial security, but being, you know, single and maybe lonely. And then in the present, dear Taurus, we have you moving. Deciding to leave whatever, maybe that's something which is you said or you've done before in the past, recent past. You decided to leave all that behind, and you decided to move to the calmer waters. Maybe the water and the fire, maybe that water will sort of distinguish that fire which was burning in your chest, in your soul, in your heart. And you decided to leave all that behind and move to the calmer shores, to the calmer waters, somewhere where you will be much happier. This card is sometimes also talks about literal traveling maybe by water, or moving house, maybe moving somewhere where there is a water, if there is even like a pond or a river or a sea. But sometimes it's just actually mental movement, leaving what's all this negativity behind and deciding that now I'm going to be it's only positive thinking for me now, thinking for me. And it could be just mental, you know, transformation, or like moving somewhere where maybe jobs or somewhere where you will be much more happier. But the message behind this card that you need to drop those swords on the way, because those swords, that's your negative thinking, you know. That's all this anxiety and worries you carry with you. So you need to drop those swords on the way by arriving to the much calmer waters, you know, and being free from this negativity. Then we have a Seven of Wands, I'm sorry. Seven of Wands is another warrior card. It's you standing strong there, defending everything which you have, defending everything, everyone and everything which is, you know, depend on you. You are doing it really well. If it's a job, maybe you've been attacked or something, or there's some sort of situation where you've sort of been attacked. You will be able to defend yourself. If it's work or, I don't know, house in your household and you're among your friends, whatever you're doing, wherever it is, the situation, whatever is the main situation for you this 2 weeks in November, you will be doing it quite well, because if you notice on this picture, you are on slightly a higher position than the people who are attacking you, who are trying to reach you. They won't be able to reach you because you will be standing there strong and defending everything which belongs to you. And then we're going into the Five of Cups, is the card of being upset, about crying. Maybe, you will be, that verbal attacks eventually, take their toll on you. You will be quite upset. It's crying. There will be some losses, and it will cause you some sort of grief. The message behind, because Cups is all about emotions, and you notice the Three of Cups are sort of being spilled. The card is telling you that not everything is lost. You need to turn around and see there is still two other cards behind your back, which can still bring you joy and happiness in life. So you haven't lost everything. It might be very painful that you lost, that part of your life is lost, but there is still plenty to look forward to. And maybe there's something to look forward to for you in the months of, in the last 2 weeks of November, dear Taurus, because you've got King of Cups. And King of Cups is a very warm person. If you're looking for love, I know it's not a love reading, but if you are looking for love, there might be some love interest. This is a water sign. It's Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, sorry. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio person. This person is holding that cup of romantic or positive emotions. This person is offering you that cup of love. It could be someone just very loving in your life, and maybe you need, because you're quite upset and you're crying, maybe you need that shoulder, because the King of Cups are very emotional, and you do need that sort of person to whom you can come around and cry out your heart and tell about all your worries. And this person will be there for you and to listen to you, and might not be able to give you an advice, but will be able to share with you that sort of your emotions, and sometimes it's better actually than giving an advice. And then we have near future, and here you are, you're like this fool, you follow your inner child sort of voice. You decided that you're going to leave everything behind and you're going to start from the completely blank page. Number 0, it's not even 1, it's 0, it's starting from the zero ground, sort of starting from new, having that leap of faith, believing into yourself, being brave, having that courage to do that first step. And it takes a lot of courage to start and do it, and you will do something. You will start something new and completely new in this near future. You will decide, that that's it. I'm going to leave all those crying, and maybe I'll just sort of need to start, this new chapter in my life, and that brings you quite a lot of stability. And this is financial stability. 4 is all very sort of stable card, because it's a 4 sort of corners. It's the shape of, like a square shape. It's very secure shape. It's a stable base. So you are building that security, financial security for yourself, for people around you, who are dependent on you. Sometimes you're holding that whatever money you're earning or possessing, you're holding them really tight to yourself. Sometimes this card called Missouri card, because sometimes I'm sorry, some people hold their finances a bit too tight to themselves, and that's a message that you need to sort of loosen up a little bit. But it's a very good card. It's a card of financial security. And then we have the Hierophant. Hierophant tells you not only financial stability, it also talks about the structure. There will be a structure in your life, something you wanted. There will be that sort of order. Sometimes if it's all very chaotic, so we don't really like it. We want things being in order. We want things to have a structure, and that's what the Hierophant tells you. And Hierophant is actually a major arcana card, the same as the Fool, and the Temperance. So they telling you that there will be an order in your life. There will be the structure in your life. This card also talks about, if you believe it, then it's maybe the religion will be very significant for you. Last 2 weeks of November, maybe for my American viewers, if it's a Thanksgiving day for you, that could be, important. Or if it's sometimes this card talks about big corporate companies which has got their own sort of structures, and you need to follow that sort of structure and their rules and regulations. In a romantic relationship, this card, or readings, sometimes this card talks about marriage or engagement, particularly if you're planning your marriage or wedding in a church. That could be also quite significant. And there's the message for you, dear Taurus, is the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is the Virgo sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, someone who is very down to earth. Someone who is very practical. It's a very motherly figure for you over there. Someone who is, there for you, really. And someone who is quite happy, because she's quite sort of financially secure, but she's quite happy to share those finances with you. She's very sort of... it's a support group. Maybe it's your mother or gentlemen. If you're watching this sort of video, maybe if you're looking for a partner, there could be the Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn person, lady coming into you, someone who is very down to earth, very analytical, very practical, likes planning, but very warm sort of, very warm person as well at the same time. So let's see what... So ladies, for you I see King of Cups, which is the water sign. For gentlemen, I see the Queen of Pentacles. But ladies, if that, as I said, it could be in this scenario, it could be that you just need someone to share, you're upset, you're grief or something, or you're crying. And here it's more sort of like a motherly figure. Maybe you need that sort of support this 2 weeks of November. Let's see what some additional messages we have for you, dear Taurus. We have the Chariot and Son of Swords, which is the same card. It just supports. When two cards from the same, two different cards from different decks are falling off, appearing in one reading, they just reinforce each other. They're telling me that the message is very strong, that being sharp-tongued and voicing all your anger, which is burning inside of you, is not doing you any good, because you've got the Temperance card, and Temperance is the major arcana card. It's a very significant card and tells you to keep things in a balance, to have moderation and have patience with other people. And the last card we have for you is the 5. It's the same card. Oh, sorry. I got confused because I was just doing Taurus reading for you here, and this card was the main card for the year. And this is the 5 of... actually, here you do have the 5 of Cups over here as well again, so it's another reinforcement of losses. There is some sort of losses in your life, grief, but it's more emotional losses. It's not like financial or you know, like someone is dying or something, but it's a very emotional card, and brings you a lot of grief and anxiety and worries, but you know, you just need to, because not everything is lost. You still got that sort of Two of Cups behind you. There's still, you know, there's still positive emotions for you, or source of positive emotions for you, dear Taurus. And the last card for you is the Chariot. Chariot tells me that you're moving forward. It's your energy, that you are moving forward. You are driving. You're in driver's seat. You are ruling. You know where you're going. So these 2 weeks of November, you will know where you're going. You will know which direction you're moving, and you will be in control. And it's also a card of victory. Or Cancer person could be significant for you these 2 weeks of November, dear Taurus. Well, that's all I have for you. Quite interesting reading, dear Taurus. If you would like to elaborate, please contact me for private readings. The information how to contact me is underneath this video in the description box. You can contact me by email, through my Facebook page, or through the web page I have, and we can arrange a private reading for you. Well, I hope it resonated with you, dear Taurus, and thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.